All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying, all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Says all praises to who the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name of Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles with great millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful lake preaching his word in truth and sincerity. On the brother Tazabon at Great Millstone, Arizona camp, Lord well with another video to edify. And I wanted to touch on this, right? Because here it is, we're at the last days and prophecies are coming out. And a prophecy about the mindset of the people is evident, right? Because the scriptures tell you the men should be lovers of their own selves. Scriptures talk about how they shall worship and serve the creature more than the creator, right? Going into all these people that are fully immersed in whatever agenda this devil pushes out. They graft fully onto it and they worship and serve what this devil pushes out, not what the Lord pushes out. Now manhood is being attacked, and for them, people are coming up with their own definitions of manhood. And really, the definition for manhood, according to the scriptures in the book of, I believe it's in the book of 1 Kings, the 2nd chapter, right? It tells you that when King David was about to die, he charged his son Solomon, who was known to be the wisest man on the face of earth before Yahushua came on the scene. To be a man is what? To keep the charge of the Most High, right? So now here it is. Just recently, you had this dude Floyd Mayweather, right? Which you can tell he knows a little something, but he's not making no. It don't look like he's making any full transition. He's doing bits here and there, right? He knows where the Israelites, but he's not making a full 180 to fully get right with the Lord. But here it is. He denied to shake the hand of a man because he had painted fingernails, and he told him straight up, right? Now everybody's trying to sit here and say this man is a homophobe, right? It's about human decency. I saw one video. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's still up here. Saw one video. Yeah, I think it's this one.
When it comes to trimming your balls, you gotta level up your game.
Forget it, commercial.
New Lawnmower 4.0. The 4.0 has advanced. Who may not agree with, or he may not agree with their.
So listen to what they say.
Floyd Money Mayweather, obviously scared of people who may have alternative lifestyles, who may not agree with, he may not agree with their lifestyle. He's afraid of them. Here's the encounter.
And because you don't agree with somebody because their lifestyle does not mean you're fucking afraid of them. These people have no understanding of what words are. The word phobia means to be afraid of, right? Because you resist and you don't want to be around them does not mean you're afraid of them, right? The scriptures tell you to hate thou abomination vehemently, right? And all those that lay down with men as they would lay down with women, and women that lay down with women, they're considered abominations according to the scriptures. So you're supposed to abhor them and stay the fuck away from them, right? The scriptures tell you what communion has light with darkness, right? And what communion has a wolf with a sheep? None, right? So when you look at somebody in the world that's doing these carnal things that are against what the Lord set up, it's perfectly within your right and righteous right to stay away from them people as hard as possible. Now, but since men are no longer allowed to be men and have an opinion, these people are attacking. And for this is why the Lord set up the prophets, right? Because what was all being said around all that cancel culture shit and men being attacked for simply having a stance, right? The prophets have been taking the ultimate stance, right? We speak against every single thing that this word is set up. You women being in a exalted position, you men debasing yourself and putting yourself under the women, right? The wickedness of men going after other men's women, the wickedness of women walking away from their men, right? Because that's not scriptural. It's against the scriptures. The scriptures tell you the Lord made man and woman from the beginning, and the twain shall be one flesh. So there's not supposed to be any divorces, but simply because this devil has allowed it, you women have gone over and aboard on destroying yourselves and your men, right? So the men of the Lord have been taking an ultimate stance against everything in this world. And people end up hating us for it. But this is commended by the Heavenly Father. This is Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions in the house of Jacob their sins. Right? And that's what you're supposed to do. The scriptures talk about those that are going to put the difference between the holy and the profane. It says, Ezekiel 44 and you know what, I'll go straight to it, to the point. It says, and they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and profane, and cause them to discern between the clean and the unclean. And this is what true men of the Lord do. It says, look, verse 15 goes into it. It says, but the priests and the Levites, the sons of Zadok, that keep the charge of my sanctuary, when the children of Israel went astray from me, they shall come near to me to minister unto me, and they shall stand before me to offer unto me the fat and the blood, say Yahweh power, and they shall enter into my sanctuary, right? And really, this is going into the entire nation, right? Because this is going to be a nation full of kings and priests. I believe this Ezekiel 44 chapter goes into the temple of the Lord being built up. But, right? So the elect are going to teach you between the holy and the profane, meaning the wrong way and the right way. But this goes all the way back to Isaiah 58:1, right? Let me get that again. Isaiah 58:1. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, in the house of Jacob their sins. You see, this is what's commanded. This is how you get right. Because without you knowing where you're going off, you're never able to get right. This is why when it is so cold, because I understand this now, being in the truth, right? Being raised by only a woman, they don't have the mindset of how to actually reprimand somebody to get them to do better. They just outlandishly just beat you, right? This is something I went through as a kid, and I understand now, right, that you're supposed, when you reprove and when you chastise somebody, and this is why it happens within the truth as well, right, brothers, when you get chastised in the truth, when the Lord, pulls out rebuke on you, right, brings you to counsel, things of that nature, that's an ass whooping. But then you're told exactly what's going on. You're talked about the things that need to be fixed. You're told not to do that. It should have happened like this. And this is what the prophets are here for. Really, when you think about it, the prophets are basically fathers to the nation, right? Spiritual fathers to the nation, coming in the stead of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So we're telling the people what way not to go. We're reproving you, right? This is Galatians 4:16. It says, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? And this is the problem with people, because we tell you the truth of the scriptures. We take that definitive stance, and people have a problem with it, right? Just because somebody tells you you're wrong does not mean they're wicked. Just because somebody tells you you're wrong does not mean they hate you. Really, when you go back to the law, right? Scriptures tell you, right? Leviticus 19:17 is thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So that's love, according to the scriptures, is to rebuke you. Because what? The wages of sin is death. If you want to show some real hate to somebody, let them keep going on in their bullshit till the Lord puts them in death. But ultimately, you're going to get put to death for the same reason. Is when you go back to Ezekiel, what is that? I believe it's the 33rd chapter. Let me get that real quick. And this is why brothers come out and preach this word. Nah. What is it? Let me get it. Ezekiel 3rd chapter, Salakia. It says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speak to warn the wicked man from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. Right? So this is exactly why we bring out and tell the people what is real, what the Lord said. You know, we can tell you that it's wicked. We can tell you, according to the scriptures, no, you're not supposed to have fellowship with an unbeliever, right? You can move through your life, you know, do what you got to do, but there's no reason, no reason brothers need to be hanging around homosexuals in their fucking free time. And the world hates that. The world hates that we put a difference between that. Because what? The scriptures tell you, let me get this. It says, Sirach 13:17, it says, what fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb? So the sinner with the godly, right? So there's no reason for brothers to be hanging out with niggas in the world that much, man. Right? But here it is, because we tell you where you're going off, what the offense is. People act like we're the damn enemy, right? This is Jeremiah 11. And this is exactly why the Lord is going to have a problem when he comes, because the people consistently push forth this narrative of it's wicked for you to tell somebody they're off. Jeremiah 11:1, 11:21 says, therefore, thus say Yahweh power of the men of Anathoth that seek thy life, saying, prophesy not in the name of Yahweh, that thou die not by our hands. And this is the state of the world. If it was up to the people, they would fucking put brothers to death. Right? Because we get under your skin and we come at you with the book that you act like you believe in. And our words are ironclad, man. It's sealed. The Lord, man, made this true. Right? The Lord put the Spirit upon us, and we tell the world that they're going off. And this is why, right? Because what it said, that thou die not. They wanted to cut off the prophets' noise. They wanted to cut off the prophets that they can continue on in their wickedness. And the scriptures tell you, he that departed from sin, right? Depart from iniquity. No, that's not how it go. Here it is. I believe it's it says, for Isaiah 59:15, it says, yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil, making himself a prey. And Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Right? So the Lord's seeing the state of the people, the fact that the judgment's going out, And every single time there's somebody making a righteous move, right? Abstaining from something, making that line in the sand, that person's being put under persecution for making a right judgment. And the Lord's seeing these things, and the Lord is being displeased. It says, and he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor before his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness is sustained. You know what? That's it on that, right? So the Lord saw this. Look, I got to start at 14. Isaiah 59:14. It says, and judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth far off. For truth is fallen in the street, and it says, inequity cannot enter. Right? The people prop up lies so much that righteousness can't even enter, man. A true righteous behavior can't even be resembled as righteousness to the people. It says, yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. See, the Lord is looking at this, right? All this wickedness.
You got painted nails. You can't. I never came up here with a guy with no painted nails. Hey.
Yeah, bro. Floyd's a homophobe. You guys saw that first, bro. Floyd doesn't want to take a photo of me. It's my nail.
No, this dude can sit here and say that he's a heterosexual, but they'll call him a homophobe, showing you that he knows the state of what he's doing, man. You'll never know.
Those are painted. Bro, really? I didn't mean to rush him like that.
The crime wave in America taking a horrific new turn that could be the call
To that.
I don't wear comfortable shoes. I refuse to wear comfortable shoes, and you shouldn't wear comfortable shoes either.
Something about it. Either they agree or maybe they disagree. Okay? I don't think celebrities should treat teenagers like this because they have painted fingernails.
It don't matter if they're a teenager or not. That's a man in the Lord's eyes, right? People tuck away righteous judgment. True equity is not moving forth in the world, right? And the Lord is going to do something about this. I'll get this Jeremiah 23:28. You know, because the Lord is not happy with the state of the world, man. Jeremiah 23:28. It says, the prophet that had a dream, let him tell a dream, and he that had my word, let him speak my word faithfully. Right? What is the chaff to the wheat, say Yahweh. Right? So he that had the word of the Lord, let him have the word of the Lord faithfully. And you have to put a line between these stuff. You got to put a difference between the wicked and the righteous. And this is what the world hates, man. Right? So look, this is a celebrity that people love, and see how they treat him. There's going to be a day real soon where the Lord said what? He was going to give us fame and praise in all the lands where we were put to shame. Right? And at time of Jacob's trouble, right? When shit is happening, right? When all hell is breaking loose, when the apparitions are rising up in the land, and the only men that actually spoke about those things and came out of the scriptures, and you can go back to the scriptures and the videos and see, damn, they were right. The Lord is going to give us praise and fame. And in that day, you're going to know that a prophet had been among you and that the Lord is against you, man. But we're taking a stance now, man. So Lord willing, that was, edifying. Just a little quick thoughts I had in the scriptures. Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say, call Allah, Yah, Bashim, Shai, Bashim, Karkadash. Shalom.